Hello friends, in the previous session we had done about subsidiary books. So now moving further, I shall ask you some questions regarding it. First is, what is subsidiary book? Subsidiary books refer to the journals kept for specific transactions of similar nature. They are also known as day books. Second, what is included in goods subsidiary books? So the answer will be purchase book, sales book, purchase written book and sales written book. And lastly, cash purchase of goods will be recorded in the following: first cash book, second journal proper, third purchase book and fourth bills book. So what will be the answer? The answer is A option, cash book. So we are going to study about cash book chapter number 6. We have studied some subsidiary books in the chapter on subsidiary books. In this chapter, we will study cash book, the most important type of subsidiary book. Cash book is one type of subsidiary book. Generally, in any business or profession, two types of transactions are seen. First is cash transaction and second is credit transactions. Credit transactions also get converted in cash transactions in future. For example, if the goods are sold on credit, then it is treated as credit transaction for the time being. But in the future, at a fixed time, the cash is received and at that time, transaction which took place on credit gets converted into cash transaction. Cash book is a type of subsidiary book in which cash transactions are recorded. Now let us see the meaning of cash book. Cash book is a type of subsidiary book but treated as a principal book. On the basis of cash book, ledger accounts are prepared. Therefore, the cash book is a subsidiary book. The cash book is part of ledger also because the balance of cash book are entered in the trial balance directly. So it is to be treated as principal book. So the cash book is both subsidiary book and a principal book. A subsidiary book is prepared to keep record of cash transactions, which is known as cash book. Cash transactions are recorded in the cash book. Cash receipt and payments are recorded in the cash book. At the end of the given period, cash balance can be known from cash book. Cash book serves the purpose of journal entry and cash account both. As cash book is prepared in the form of a ledger account, debit side of cash book is known as income or receipt side and credit side is known as payment side. Next is features of cash book. First is to keep record of only cash transactions. Second, all receipts are recorded in debit side. Third, all payments are recorded in credit side. Fourth, chronological or date-wise transactions recording of all transactions. And last, performs function of both journal and ledger. Next is objects or need of cash book. Why we need to prepare cash book? To find out total cash receipt and cash payment during a given period, to ascertain the balance of cash in hand and at bank at any time without actually counting cash and examining bank passbook, to verify the correctness of cash in hand and bank. Next, utility, importance or advantages of the cash book. First is traces mistake or cash embezzlement. The balance of cash book is worked out daily or at end of the given period. Therefore, the physical cash balance can be compared with it, and if there is any error or cash embezzlement, then it can be known immediately. Second, daily record. Cash balance can be known daily or at the end of the given period by maintaining the cash book. Third, a certain receipt and payment. Debit side of cash book is known as income or receipt side, or credit side is known as payment side. Fourth, identifies default. If there is any error or default in the book, thus it can be rectified. Then determines cash in hand As per the requirement of business, the nature and volume of transactions, the cash book can be prepared in various different types. If three-columnar cash book is prepared, then the transaction of cash, bank and discount can be recorded. Therefore, separate bank account also need not to be prepared. Thus, we can know how much cash is left in our hand. And the last is saves time, cost and labor. Cash transactions are directly recorded in a cash book without recording in journal. Therefore, separate cash account is not needed. Therefore, cash book serves the purpose of both a journal and a ledger. It saves time and labors. Next is types of cash book. According to necessity of any business or profession, cash book can be prepared. Following are the three types of cash book. First is simple cash book. Second, two-columnar or double-column cash book. It can be of three types again: cash and discount column, cash and bank column, and third, bank and discount column. And the last type of cash book is three-columnar cash book, which includes all cash, discount, and bank columnar cash book. First is simple cash book. Only cash transactions are recorded in the simple cash book. Cash receipt and payments are recorded in the simple cash book. As the format of cash book is like the structure of an account, it is divided into two parts. The left side of a cash book is known as debit or receipt side, and the right side of the cash book is known as credit or payment side. Cash account is a real account. Therefore, when the cash comes in the business, it is debited to cash account, and when cash goes out, it is credited to cash account. Therefore, debit side of cash book is shown as receipt side and credit side is shown as payment side. Now we shall see some examples regarding simple cash book. January 1st as on 2012. First is purchase goods for cash rupees 10,000. So the journal entry will be purchase account debit to cash. So the effect will be on credit side, and we shall write the opposite name by purchases. As we are preparing the cash book, so the amount will be reflected on credit side as per the journal entry. Next, sold goods for rupees 25,000. Again, name will be opposite and the journal entry will be cash account debit to sales. As we are preparing simple cash book, on debit side we shall write to sales rupees 25,000, and the last paid rent rupees 1,000. So rent account debit to cash. Rent is our expense according to nominal rule and cash goes out of the business. On credit side, buy rent. Name will be opposite and rupees 1,000. Thus, after getting total 25,000 and deducting on credit side, the balance carry forward will be 14,000, which we shall write on Feb 1 for the next month to balance brought forward 14,000. Next is two-columnar cash book. Following are the three types of two-columnar cash book: cash and discount column, cash and bank column, and bank and discount column. In this type of simple cash book, one additional column of discount is added. Trade discount is not recorded in cash book. The discount column is kept to record only the cash discount. In this type of cash book, cash and discount columns are kept. For cash column, the cash account is a real account. Rule of real account is applied here. For discount column, discount is nominal account, so rule of nominal account will be applied. Whereas the second is cash and bank columnar cash book. In this type of cash book, an additional column bank is inserted on both the sides of simple cash book. This column is kept to record the transactions with the bank. Bank account is treated as personal account, hence debit the receiver and credit the giver. For personal accounts will be applicable. Such cash book has bank account and cash account both. In this case, as the bank is treated as a person, the rule of personal account will be applied and the cash account is treated as an asset, so the rule of real account is applicable. And the last is bank and discount columnar cash book. In this type of cash book, bank column and discount column are kept. when the payment is made through check and the discount is received, or when the amount is received by check and the discount is allowed. To record such discount in bank transactions, bank and discount columnar cash book is prepared. As bank is a person, only the rule of personal account will be applicable to the bank column. As discount is an income or expense, rule of nominal account will be applicable to the discount column. Now we shall see some example regarding double columnar cash book. Here you can see the columns are prepared for discount and cash. So we shall start for 2012 January 1st, paid rent rupees 1300 in cash. Okay, so the entry will be rent account debit to cash. On credit side we shall write by rent, and in cash column 1300. Second, paid to Ram and Company rupees 3950, discount received rupees 50. So the entry will be Ram account debit to discount 50 and to cash 3950. So on the credit side we shall write by Ram account, in the discount column 50 and in the amount column or cash column 3950. And the last, received from Gupta and Company 9900, discount allowed rupees 100. So the entry will be cash account debit 9900, discount account debit 100 to Gupta account, as Gupta is the giver. So on debit side to Gupta account, in the discount column 100 and in the cash column rupees 9900. Thus after totaling or balancing, the remaining balances from the debit side and credit side comes to 4650 on credit side, and it will be carry forward on next month, that is February 1st, to balance brought forward rupees 4650. Also discount 50 will be carry forwarded. Last type of cash book is 3-columnar cash book. In this type of cash book, 3 columns are kept on both sides: discount column, cash column and bank column. Presently this type of cash book is more useful because cash and bank transactions, discount received and allowed are recorded in the same structure. Discount, cash and bank are the 3 columns in this type of cash book. For the discount column, discount is the income or expense, therefore rule of nominal account is applicable. For cash column, cash is an asset, therefore rule of real account is applicable. At last, for bank column, bank is a person and for it personal account rule is applicable. On the receipt side of the cash book, the transactions increasing the cash or bank balance and discount allowed are recorded, whereas on the payment side of the cash book, the transactions reducing the cash or bank balance, or we can say increase in overdraft and discount received, are recorded. Here is a format showing triple columnar cash book, which includes date, receipt, LF, discount, cash and bank on debit side, and same on credit side: date, payment, LF, discount, cash and bank. Points to be considered at the time of preparing the cash book: opening balance of cash balance and bank balance are recorded on the debit side, that is receipt side of cash book as balance brought forward, whereas the bank overdraft is recorded on the credit side, that is payment side of cash book, as balance brought forward in bank column. All types of cash receipt transactions are recorded on the debit side or receipt side of the cash book, and all types of cash payment transactions are recorded on the credit or payment side of the cash book. All types of transactions increasing bank balance or decreasing overdraft are recorded on debit side or receipt side in the bank column, and all types of transactions decreasing bank balance or increasing bank OD are recorded on the credit side, payment side in the bank column of the cash book. Contra transactions are recorded on both the sides of cash book. Discount allowed is recorded on debit side and discount received is recorded on credit side of the cash book. Next is petty cash book. The book kept for keeping a record for the payment of small expenses is known as petty cash book. when the volume of cash and bank transactions are more in respect of any trader, concern or unit, then generally to help main cashier and to keep him free from making payment and recording petty or small expenses, assistant cashier is employed. The main job of petty cashier is to pay and keep a detailed record of the petty expenses. Petty cashier is given the responsibility for the same by the main cashier, and the required amount for the same is received from the main cashier. Normally, petty cashier is given the responsibility of the payment and the recording of expenses like postage, tea and refreshment expense, stationery expense, freight, wages, etc. The cash book kept by petty cashier for keeping a record for the payment of each expense is known as petty cash book. Petty cash book can be prepared in two ways. First is simple or columnar petty cash book, and second is petty cash book on impressed system. Our main topic for cash book is contra entry or contra transactions. Contra transaction means such financial transaction in which cash and bank both the accounts get affected. For example, cash withdrawn from bank or cash deposited in bank. This type of transaction is recorded on both the sides of cash book when cash and bank columnar cash book is kept. We have seen that such cash and bank columnar cash book serves the purpose of cash account and bank account. Thus, when such cash book is maintained, cash and bank accounts are not required to be opened separately. Contra transaction affects only cash and bank account. Hence, the posting is not required, but capital C for contra will be written in the ledger folio column. Generally, contra transactions are of two types. First is cash deposited in the bank and second is cash withdrawn from the bank. Last, that is bank OD or bank overdraft. When the trader makes agreement with the bank to withdraw more than the balance in his account up to a fixed amount, such facility is known as bank overdraft. When a trader gets bank overdraft facility, the bank balance can be debit or credit. If the bank column has a credit balance, it shows more withdrawals, that is overdraft. Interest is payable at a fixed rate on such bank overdraft amount. Thus, if the total of receipt side of bank column in the cash book is more than the total of payment side, it is known as closing bank balance. But if the total of payment side in the cash book is more than the total of receipt side, it is known as closing bank overdraft. If the opening balance with the bank is bank balance, it is shown on the debit side of cash book in the bank column as balance brought down. And if opening balance with the bank is bank overdraft, it is shown on the credit side of the cash book in the bank column as balance brought down. Similarly, if the closing balance of bank column in the cash book is bank balance, it is shown on the payment side as balance carried forward, and if closing balance of bank column is bank overdraft, it is shown on the debit side as balance carried forward, that is overdraft. Hope you all are clear with the above cash book, that is simple cash book, 2 columnar cash book and 3 columnar cash book, and the lastly we have done petty cash book. So we shall be doing practical solutions in our next video. Thank you.